Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. All right. So sound. Make sure all of the windows are working here. All right, so let's jump on over to the scanner. Here's the scanner for today. So today we see leading the day are PFSA, STKH, IVVD, BNF, and SATS. So let's go down through here and see what's going on. We'll start with the highest volume one, which is PFSA. Well, here's the NQ. What it was doing from yesterday had a little bit of a drop. It has been making its way to back up to 23,500. Let's go over here to PFSA. Started its price at 47 cents, ramped up during aftermarket. I'm not seeing any catalyst for it, but ramped up during aftermarket to 80 cents. Turn this up just a little bit. Came back, sunk back down to 60 cents, back down to 55 cents, and then shot up again to that 80-cent level. Next one up is IVVD, up 135%. No catalyst on this one. 24 million shares traded on this one. Again, no catalyst, so don't know what caused the commotion, but it went from yesterday aftermarket 54 cents up here to $1.43. STKH, the next one with 24 million, went up there to $1.10, sunk back down to 77 cents. Next one is BENF, going flat here, moved from 38 cents up here to 69 cents. The next one is SATS, higher flow stock. This one actually has a catalyst on today. Let me go look at this catalyst. Another one just popped up, MRKR, not marker, but well, it might be marker, but MRKR just popped up 30 something percent right here, MRKR. Back over to what were we just at? SATS. Okay, this one actually has a catalyst. Let me look into this one real quick. So far we have, let me flash this watch list up here so far. Actually, no, I can just do the scanner. Y'all can see what I'm seeing. But let's go and look into SATS real quick. SATS. What is going on over here? Okay, AT&T to acquire spectrum licenses from EchoStar. Investment is critical U.S. communications infrastructure, or investment in critical U.S. communications infrastructure supercharges AT&T's converged connectivity leadership strategy and furthers goal of becoming the best connectivity provider in America. Takeaways: 23 billion acquisition will add an average of approximately 50 megahertz of low band and mid band spectrum to AT&T's holdings. Oh yeah, covering virtually every market across the U.S. and positioning AT&T to maintain long-term leadership in advanced connectivity across 5G and fiber. Transaction powers improved and capital efficient long-term growth by accelerating the company's ability to add coverage subscribers with both 5G wireless and home internet services. Okay, so all good news for AT&T. SATS is also, EchoStar is also making some moves off of this as well. But They're up. It's up 82%, but it just has low volume. I am already holding AT&T, so I'm in for the ride. You feel me? AT&T is at what price is AT&T at right now? It is at $29 or yeah, $29. My hold point is from $14, so still looking real nice on AT&T. Real nice. Anyway, looking for more catalysts to start popping out. We start Marker is the next one with the catalyst. It's $1.87. So MRKR has a catalyst. Let's go look at what this is. Marker Therapeutics provides update on phase 1. Well, let me open this up. Phase 1 Apollo study highlighting something. Stretch this out. Highlighting encouraging overall response rates to relapsed something. Okay, let's just look in here. Investigating MT60 in patients with relapsed B-cell lymphoma. This is a type of cancer of non-Hodgkin lymphoma patients achieving objective response rates with 50% demonstrating complete response. Favorable safety profile observed in study participants with no dose limiting toxicities or immune effector cell associated neurotoxicity syndrome in the dose escalation. Okay, so there's a lot of this is a cancer type catalyst here. Let's see, are they talking any money? And they're in phase 1 of this study, so they got a while to go on that for MRKR, but it is news on the day and people seem to be coming over. Let's see. This one is slowly sinking down. All right, let's jump back over. PF, good morning, good morning. What do I think about the NQ today? Let me go pop up the NQ real quick. Work hard. So work hard. Let's go look at the NQ for today and see if it's sweating bullets. One thing I'm noticing is more and more of a breakaway by crypto from the NQ. I mean, some days it's like so red and crypto's just doing great. Like it's just further breaking away from this. Oh, this is wrong NQ. I'm tripping. This is not the NQ we want. Okay, we're looking for the E minis. There we go. There we go. All right, so on the E mini, looking at the daily chart, we had a high up here of 24.68. It's kind of formed this little range here where it's been bouncing between the 22,000s up here to the 24s. Today it is at 23.84, so right in the mid range of this level. What I would want to see is what news could affect it either direction. So right now we know that today in the small caps, the penny stocks are leading. Not a lot of range, a whole lot of risk, right? Mid caps, we got what is this? SATS. It's 15 billion, so that's a little bit bigger than a mid cap. That's going towards a large cap, but large caps are up. This one's up 78%. Now it is on low volume, but still to move from what price? This was to move from $30 up here to $57 as a mid cap or a mid to large cap. That is big movement. So I'm expecting more news to come out for mid and large caps today. That's going to be pretty interesting. Let's jump over here to the news feed and details, see what has popped up or populated here. Things are still trying to reach the volume. Usually my news, I kind of look for things to have at least 1 million shares in volume, especially if they're large caps and they start populating here. And I like the price to be really above that $5 level for mid and large caps. So that's what pops up here. Let's go look at the calendar for earnings, and well, there are no IPOs looks like. So earnings. So today we see before market open, There's only one that's happening aftermarket, which is Breadford Foods. Don't really see any big names out here for earnings either. Okay, so let's just jump back over to pre-market. What is okay? So that one's a little bit too small. We got still leading the day PF, and I'm wondering. Let's go look at the origins for these little small caps because I want to make sure that who's actually attacking today. Are these Chinese stocks or what? Let's go over and check out their overview. Jump out here. Let's see what we got. So Profusa Inc. is a digital health technology company based in California, Emeryville, California, that has developed a real-time consumer-friendly platform that is designed to measure an individual's biochemistry, be easy to use, be cost effective, and provide the necessary data to manage chronic diseases and health and wellness decisions to improve health outcomes for large population of potential users. The company's technology enables the development of bioengineered sensors that are designed to become one with the body, to detect and continuously transmit actionable clinical grade data for personal and medical use. The company's first offering in the European Union, the Lumi oxygen platform, is designed to report reliable tissue oxygen levels at various regions of interest, both acutely and long term. Okay, so this one is kind of like a uh, what you call it, a biometric monitor or something like that. That pretty much reports what's going on in your body, and it becomes one with your body. So that's kind of, I don't know, interesting would be the word. Let's go to IVVD. Next one is up 132%, and the Bulls and the Bears are saying two different things over here. So IVVD is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on the discovery, development, and commercialization of antibody-based solutions for infectious diseases with pandemic potential. The company is developing antibodies to transcend the limits of naturally occurring immunity and provide superior protection from viral diseases beginning with COVID-19. The company's product candidates are G20, developed for the treatment and prevention of coronavirus disease. So that's back to COVID and anything else that could be pandemic like. It's up 133%. Let's look at STKH. Stakeholder Foods is engaged in transforming the alternative protein industries through its technology. The group specializes in developing and selling 3D printing production machines, supported by proprietary pre-mix blends formulated from the highest quality raw ingredients. These tools help manufacturers of all sizes efficiently produce foods that meet consumer expectations for taste, texture, and appearance, and offer a safe, sustainable alternative to industrialized meat and seafood production. Okay. So we got all of these companies, and like when it comes to the catalysts on the day, none of these have catalysts. So I'm wondering, how are they moving on sentiment? We got a pretty much a drug company, right? So PF whatever, chronic diseases and health monitoring. We have IVVD, which is like an antibody-based infectious diseases, COVID. We have STK with food, BENF with Beneficient is a technology-enabled financial services. This thing's all over the place. We got food, financial services. We got all kinds of stuff popping down here in the penny stocks. All right, let me read some of these chats here. Good morning, Danielle. We're out here on the scans looking through the penny stocks that are moving, and really there's no real centralized idea. They're everywhere. Food, pandemic diseases, biometric monitoring, just no real focus. And then we got SATS still up here. That is some AT&T is acquiring licenses from Eco whatever Eco. What's the name of this company? EcoStar. And SATS was going up on that. It is lower volume, hasn't even hit 1 million shares traded yet, but moved from $30 up here to 57. So wondering, is the attention going to be mid and large caps today on low volume movers? SER is another one with catalyst, but it is up only about 25%. So the float on this one is 6.0. Oh, let's also look at the floats here. For these cheap ones, we got a 23 million share float on PFSA. IVVD 71 million in the float. So both of these are higher floats for cheap stocks. Those might get choppy during the day. STKH, a float of 3.62 million. BENF, float of 6.95. Marker, float of 3.14. SATS, float of 114 million. Very high float on that one. SER 6.07 in the float. Okay. Let's go to ATRs. At PF, these have under 20 cents in the ATR. SATS, huge ATR, $3.23. But that low volume puts it kind of at the end of the list for me, because this is where the attention is. People are really getting in on these penny stocks today. Let's see, SER, low volume and a low percentage gain. You gotta pick a struggle. Either you're gonna have low volume and a high percent gains, or you're gonna have a high percent gain, percent change with low volume. So this one is failing. I don't like SER. All right, let me jump back over here to the news feed, see if anything else is populated. Nothing yet. Only granite. Nothing has reached what we're looking for yet. Okay, so let's jump over here to the FOMC, and see if they have any interesting things. Today's date is the 26th. This is the last week, so no speakers today. We have speakers on Thursday, Christopher Waller, and then it looks like he's the last speaker coming out for the end of the month. So I don't know if what he's gonna say is gonna be super market encouraging or disparaging, but let's see what's happening. Wow, they haven't even listed the speakers for this next month. Okay. All right, it is what it is. We're about to end this thing off and go into September. Or wait, August, September, yeah. Tripping. Let's go over here to Yahoo Finance, see what's on the front page, what people will see. So Trump ousts Fed's Cook. There's sufficient cause to remove you. All right, Trump targeting Cook shows his Fed feud has limits. Let's see, Nvidia set for 260 billion price swing after earnings. Small caps are finally getting rate cuts, but might still lag. Okay, so there might be a little bit of reasoning for these cheaper stocks moving, but I don't know. I have to read into that. Klarna to revive IPO next month with 13 billion valuation. France's government risk new collapse weighing on markets. Mercedes-Benz is dumping its entire Nissan stake. Source says. So we'll see what these sources are. Let me just start with this one. Nvidia. Let's go look at this one first. Nvidia, let's see, is this just an opinion or what? Options traders are pricing in about a 260 billion swing in Nvidia's market value following the chip maker's second quarter earnings expected on Wednesday. U.S. options market data showed Nvidia options implied a roughly 6% swing for the shares in either direction following the results, which will be reported after market close on Wednesday. Okay, so that's earnings coming up on Wednesday on that one. All right, let's jump back. Let's see. Next one is small caps are finally getting rate cuts. All right, let's see what we got. So, Fed Chair Jerome Powell re-energized the stock market on Friday as investors took his Jackson Hole remarks as a wink and a nod that a cut will be coming in September. Not surprisingly, interest rate sensitive areas surged ahead, putting the small cap Russell 2000 index up around 4% over the past month. The boost is a long time coming. While the S&P 500, Nasdaq, and even the Dow have enjoyed plenty of record highs recently, the euphoria has not trickled down. Uh, the Russell 2000 hasn't seen a record close since 2021, despite nearly making it back to the top last fall before crashing once again as the trade war took off. Okay, even as mega cap tickers maintain staggering highs, some analysts see this small cap run as the beginning of a rotation. A broadening of market rally would coincide with the next phase in the economic cycle, and it would allow sky high valuations. Okay, so we'll see what happens in small caps. We are seeing penny stocks moving, and all of the ideas on them are totally separate, but they're all sucking up the volume on the day. Let's jump back real quick. What else we got? What else we got? Small caps, Klarna. Klarna, if I'm not mistaken, it was that company that people were borrowing from, but they were not paying back their debts. So they would be borrowing for little expenses, groceries, and eating out and things like that, and just not paying it back. And I know Klarna, I believe they went through a lawsuit, but if they're coming back out, they're trying to revive themselves next month. We'll see how they do, but I don't know. I don't know how they're going to protect themselves and what kind of stipulations that they have put in place to save themselves. Let's see. France government risk new collapse weighing on markets. Okay. Exclusive level 3 driver assistance program. So exclusive Stellantis shelves level 3 driver assistance program as it downscales software ambitions, sources say. Gold advances after Trump moves to fire Fed Governor Cook. Long U.S. bonds fall as threat to Fed's Cook. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, let's jump over here to the chat, see what you guys are chopping it up about. I just heard something pop here. Let me go see what that was on my scanner. Okay, just SATS. Yeah, I already seen that one. It's popping on the scanner. It's meeting the ATR that I like. It's got $3.23. So, but it is sinking right now. SATS popping back down here to around 46. Big moves from 30 up to 57 down to 46. That's a $10 move right there. That's a lot of money moving. Let's jump back over here to our pre-market scanner though. See how these are faring. Not seeing anything new pop up here, so let's just go through our cheaper stocks real quick. Actually, let me read these chats real quick. So, good morning. Mike D said, good morning. Tilray still going. Tilray, I believe, isn't that a cannabis stock, I believe, or a cigarette stock or something like that? Let me go look at Tilray. I forget what it is. Tilray is a tobacco. Let's see. So yeah, Tilray is a Canadian producer of that cultivates and sells medical and recreational cannabis. There it is. Okay, so cannabis stock in 2021, Legacy Euphoria acquired Legacy Tilray in a reverse merger and renamed itself Tilray. The bulk of its sales are in Canada and in international medical cannabis export market. U.S. exposure comes mostly from alcohol. Okay, so they do cannabis and alcohol. So they have a website out here, tilray.com. Come on now. Oh, wow. Okay, so enter my date of birth. I want to go to Canada. Let's go to Quebec. All right, let's see. So we're going to put in here. All right, there we go. So we are Tilray Brands, a leading global lifestyle and consumer packaged goods company, elevating lives through moments of connection. All right, our brands, Tilray offers a diverse portfolio of innovative brands and products across medical and adult use cannabis, craft beer, spirits, beverages, and hemp foods. Okay, so these are the names that medical cannabis: Tilray, Afria, CC Pharma, and Symbiosis. Adult use cannabis, they got Good Supply, literally it's called Good Supply, Redicon, MXG, Broken Coast. Ooh, what is this? Solia. I don't know. Molo, Chowie. Okay. Original Stash, Kanaka, Rip. I mean, Bake Sale, The Batch, and I would say Hoax, but I'm not sure what order we're reading there. Okay, craft beers, they got a bunch of those down here. Mm. But the craft beers is what they primarily get sales in with in the US. Okay. All right. They're definitely making sure they know we know they got plenty of companies out here. Okay. So Tilray, and it is popping up here too. So let's see what news that they have today. So this is 26. Penny stock Tilray surges 20% on Jeffrey's analyst upgrade on and cannabis policy optimism. Tilray stock. Okay, so let's go look at Tilray itself. TLRY. Oh, where did you start? Let's look at the daily chart. So Tilray had been selling off for quite a bit. I remember I looked at this for a long time ago. But sold off to 35 cents and now is at $1. Closed yesterday at $1.39, making its way back up and trading today around $1.50. I do not know if they do any kind of dividends or anything like that. I'm not sure, but there's another one that's popping up here. What is this? OPAD up 26%. That's the newest one I've seen. Everything else looks kind of like it's been here. IVVD still pumping up as well, 159% up. These little pennies are moving a little bit, huh? It's not even, well, it's almost leading the day. I guess the top mover, PFSA, has 40 million. IVVD has 33 million. So it continues to trade like this, is definitely going to catch up and end up being the leader on the day. Let me see what we got here. Nothing to see here. Says it's a trash company. Don't overthink it. Yeah, Jesse would suggest. Oh boy, it had mania in 2018, 19, and went over 300. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Do we have legal? No, I'm in Mississippi. Mississippi, yes, we do have legal. It is legal here. We got dispensaries. Well, it was really big before COVID, but they kind of just they're still in business, but they kind of slowed down. Like before COVID, though, boy, they had all kinds of commercials and all kinds of stuff, but they really don't commercialize it as much. People just go into dispensaries. I know there was one in Pearl, Mississippi, and then there was one in there were a few in Jackson, but yeah, they were all over the place. But it just, I guess I haven't. Well, then again, I don't watch that much TV, so I don't know what the commercials are looking like. But I haven't seen much of it on like the boards or the signs on the road. A lot of times it was on the signs on the road just driving down. But yeah, they're definitely still here and in business. It's just it's not something that people like hoorah about. They just go get it, do what they do, and that's it, man. They don't be out here shouting to the moon. And plus, Mississippi's super what do we call it? Agriculturally based. So a lot of the land out here is super rich in everything that you would want to be growing things. So a lot of the places that do grow things, they do really well, and it's hard for competition to even push on them once they get started out here, because they get a little greenhouse going, get a little system, a little base, it's over with. Only thing they got to worry about is security, somebody kicking in their door. But let me see. Let me continue to read these chats here. It's legal. Mike D says legal in Cali. I have 600 shares at $1.14. Oh well, you're good to go. Nothing to see here says dividends. They just trying to. You said dividends. They're just trying to get out the read. He said, "Good luck, Mike." I have MSOS. Also, let me go look at MSOS. What is MSOS? Let's go look at that. Did I type that right? MSOS also at $4. And so this is Advisor Shares Trust Advisor Shares Pure US Cannabis ETF. Right, let's go look at this. Last news was October 21st. SEC filings. What is MSOS? All right, so looking at this one, kind of same idea, or not same idea, but same chart pattern as Tilray. Had a little gap down here to $5, circled out at $2, and has been on the rise here to 526. MSOS. I'm seeing another one pop up here on the pennies. Well, not really penny stocks, small caps. VRAX just popped up. Let me see. It does have some type of catalyst over here. VRAX. Let's look at what this daily chart or this looks like. Oh, it's $1.16. Yeah, today is a penny stock day. Cheaper stock. This one went from 80 cents up here to $1.22. It's up 55 cents right now. Looking at the ATR right now is 9 cents. Has right around 1 million shares traded. Share float is 3.90 million. Okay. And let's go look at this catalyst here, VRX. So only 3 of these have catalysts, and all of the ones that have catalysts are trading lower volume. So people are not worried about catalysts today. VRX Biolabs Group Limited. Go to press releases. This is today. Flip this open. So it says VRX. Open up. VRX partners with Emory University on VRX Immune Clinical Studies, ready for FDA pre-submission meeting in early September. Okay. It says London, August 26, 2025. A innovative biotechnology company focused on immune response detection. This is another immune response detection, just like IVVD, or was it PF? One of those penny stocks up there was doing like a detection within the body. And it is, look at it, it's kind of throwing some wicks up there, looking kind of wild. Top side was 123. Let's go look at the daily chart on this one, VRX. So it closed yesterday at 77 cents. Up here, tip top of this was $1.14, so that could be some type of daily level there. Let's go possible daily. Oh, that's not what I wanted to type. Possible daily level. Okay. Possible at 114. Behind that though, I guess I don't know what will be obvious there, but it's right now trading around that 114 level. Barely holding on to the ilk. But it's got 2 million shares traded. It's headed on up. Circle back through everything we got on right now. Read some more of these chats. So nothing to see here says we got legal. We got legal in Michigan. Prices are pretty comparable to street prices from the 90s. You like the gummies. Let me see what else we got. Paul K says Virax. Yep, I see that one. I saw it pop up on there, and I was like, "What's that?" Let's see. There's a shop in Michigan called Luke. It looks just like an Apple store. That's crazy. They stealing brand names. There's a lot of hype now. Yeah, there's not a lot of I don't know if they just cut back because I'm telling you, before COVID, there was there was cars riding around with it on the like windows and stuff like that. Like trucks and stuff that would pull up, all kinds of stuff. Delivery trucks and stuff, kind of like Domino's, but not Domino's. Let's see. Said I know they're talking of rescheduling it in the US, but they've been saying that for years. I think once it's rescheduled, it'll help the industry. Government is always slow. Yep. Yep, for sure. Okay, so Virax still doing this thing, throwing up these wicks. Let's circle through one more time. I'm not seeing anything else, so let me add that one to the watch. Virax. A couple of these look to have fallen off of the skins. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. So this one I can remove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so all of these. PFSA continue to go down 72 cents, still leading the day with 41 million. Nothing to see here says legalize gambling. Wait a minute, am I reading the right thing? Yeah. Okay, legalize gambling practically everywhere and advertising all over the TV. Legalize weed and tax it like alcohol or tobacco. I think that's what they're planning on doing, but I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't know. I do know some people that have spun up different not dispensaries, but the actual growth sites, and they're, I don't know, they just kind of keep it quiet. They really don't talk about it a lot. It's just like, yeah, we got a grow site. It's out there. It's like 80 something acres. It's like, dang, man, just keep it quiet. They have like weed growing with like this, and then they'll have a solar farm right beside it with panels out there providing electricity. BENF. Let's see. Yeah, that one's going down. So what would be looking like it's going to be gaining the most traction here? STKH just not looking that good. Kind of losing out on the volume story. BENF marker. Not looking so hot. Virax still floating around this 114 level. Bottom was 105. What's the float on Virax? Virax 3.90 million in the float. And then SATS pretty much gave back all, or not gave back all this game, just trading in this little range from 44 up to 49. Still huge range for it to be such a big float. But AT&T, once that name comes in, you know, it'll move the move a ticker a little bit. But I don't think the news is that good because AT&T is buying licenses from them. It's not super duper good to me for a day trade. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm gonna start these that are losing their way. Looks like they're not getting that much volume anymore. I kind of want to clean those off, but I don't know. Virax dropped back through that 114 level. Definitely find that struggle point up there. Bottom side is the 105. Looks like it wants to fall through the floor though. Stopping there again. We'll see what it can do, but it's got 5 million shares traded, up 38% right now. Okay, marker continues to fall on down. Where is the focus? Where is the focus? All right, let's go look at the daily charts of each of these. So PFSA, because I didn't even look at these daily charts. I just glimpsed over and saw this. PFSA looks like death, but it's leading the day for some reason. Closed up yesterday at 48 cents and it traded all the way up to 72 cents. But look at this daily chart. Literally looks like it fell off the map. Let's look at IVVD. IVVD closed yesterday at 55 cents, trading around $1.37 right now. So got above this previous level. Zoom back just a little bit. So it had what, $1.10, had a little zone in here from around $1 to $1.10. Bang, bang, something like that, like a little zone. Possible dailies where it could go back and check in. Possible daily. It's about the, oops, about the most, oh. Please just activate and move this thing. All right, there we go. All right. So yeah, well, beyond that, not seeing too much obvious stuff. Looks like had a top of 274. I don't even know if it'll get there. I mean, that's a long way away from where it is now. 136 up to that. And IVV was one of the ones with a higher float, so I highly doubt. I think it's going to have more of a chance to chop downwards than up. But we'll see, especially on no catalyst. STKH still up 30. Oh, this daily looks very questionable. a lot of ugly daily charts today. STKH just a chop factory to the downside, and then a short pop. Now it did do this before, went up and then just sold off. It's trading around 71 cents right now, so really didn't even make it over this little level of the 82 cents. So not really holding well there. Let's look at BENF. Multiple pops and drops on this one. Closed at 38 cents and it is up to 49 cents. It didn't move at all. Marker, MRKR, 126. It's currently trading around 161. So didn't even attack over this level of the 195 that much. Came up there and touched it and then went down. And this level has been tapped a couple of times up here around the $2 level. So not a whole lot of steam there. Virex going on down towards $1. So could not cross that $1.14, back towards $1. SATS, that was the one that's giving 2 licenses to AT&T. For some reason they moved from $29 all the way up here to, have they been to 49? No, this is a gap into a new range. 29, this thing went up to 57 a day. So it went up all the way up here. 57, so that's insane. 57.73. Let me mark that up here. High of day. Well, actually, all-time high would be rather all-time high. It's looking like what is forming there. And it's at $50 right now, making its way back up. Did it ever reach a million shares? It is a million shares traded. Lighter volume though. Okay, and then the last one, SER. Again, this thing went up to 1993 and has been chopping down. So yeah, not a whole lot of beautiful charting out here. Not a whole lot of beautiful charting at all. All right, let me read some more chats here. Let me see. Okay, so Mike D called out TZUP, TZUP shares since the 19th. TZUP, is that another I've seen TZUP before though. Let me see. TZUP daily chart looks like it's been trading since 2022. Came out real choppy. It looks like it finally picked up some type of volume around, was it 20 February of this year? Got going up to 16. Now I don't know if this was due to a reverse split or what, but it's down here at 553. Had a bottom down there of 354. So I don't know where you ended up buying this. I don't know if you bought up here at 16 and it gapped down on you or what. But that definitely, if you're still holding that from those 16s, definitely hopefully you didn't have too big of a size up there. Okay, let me look. Daily chart probably looks all the same, down and dead with low volume. I'm thinking, yeah. Like another one just popped up. AIFF. I'm seeing. Let's see. AIFF. Let's jump over there and see what this one's doing. Does it have it has catalyst on today as well? Let's look what it's saying. Okay, so this is AIFF. This is a 1-minute chart. Moved from 259 up here to 341. Let me read the news here. So it says unlocks exciting new AI-driven brain biomarker discovery. An advancement advancement capabilities, substantial processing speed gains while maintaining high signal quality standards, comes just months after Firefly announced its acceptance into the NVIDIA Connect program. Firefly Neuroscience, an artificial intelligence company developing innovative solutions that improve brain health outcomes for patients with neurological and mental disorders, is pleased to unveil its new Clear, CLEAR, cleaning EEG artifacts platform, a proprietary next generation pre-processing technology designed to deliver unrivaled oh my goodness, what's this word? Electroencephalogram, EEG data quality. The Clear platform was developed using NVIDIA's L40S GPU with Ada Lovelace architecture. EEG records are notoriously noisy, often contaminated by artifacts such as muscle activity, eye blinks, and and environmental interference. The company's new Clear platform used state-of-the-art signal processing and machine learning techniques to ensure cleaner, more reliable data, paving the way for novel and scalable clinical insights in valuation testing. The Clear platform demonstrated substantial increases in data quality by improving the fidelity of EEG signals. Researchers and clinicians are now empowered to detect subtle neural biomarkers critical for advancing diagnosis, treatment, and monitoring of neurological and psychiatric conditions. Okay. So they're using NVIDIA's name here. They're pretty much just using NVIDIA's GPUs, which everybody, if you have a computer, especially a gaming computer, you probably are using NVIDIA's NVIDIA GPU. But let's continue on. They're mixing NVIDIA's name into what they're working on with their brain software, brain monitoring software. So it is what it is. Let's go look at the charts here on AIFF. It actually has a catalyst, and the list has shortened up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are actually holding on this pre-market, and I'll clean off the other ones in a little bit. But looks like more focus is coming over here. What's the volume on this one right now? 2.44 million, has a share float of 11.06, and we just read that catalyst there. So let's go look at this daily chart, AIFF. I took notes on this at some point. What day was this? This was on the 7/14 is when we last saw AIFF, and I had already marked this up as some kind of daily resistance. So let's see how it did. It is currently at 344, so it is right under this. Well, this was 15-minute resistance. I don't really care about that. Looking for daily resistance, so we will clear that drawing. Daily resistance up there. Let's zoom back a little bit. Boy, I got this chart marked up. Okay, I want to get rid of all of that. I like to start with a clean chart, so clear all of that. All right, so let's look back. Closed yesterday at 259. It's currently trading around 350, so moved up about $1. Where are the obvious levels? So we got this little peak up here, 377. Now I put as a possible daily. Level, possible daily level. Oh, it just popped out there too. But we got 372 up there. Let's see, that's the first. Oh, let me move that up a little bit. I want the tip. That did not sound right, but it is what it is. Duplicate this, bring it on up. Got 452 possible. That's the next one. Then we got some kind of, I don't know if this would be a daily level right here. Maybe it would be. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this. Put that right there on 425, that little range there on the wick. So 377, and it's got a little bit of a wick here too to 369. So we'll see how it does in these ranges, in these zones here in between. Okay, so possible daily levels in there. Further back than that, I don't know if it's gonna, I mean, the top side of this is 452. Let's look over here on the daily and see what it's, not the daily, let's look over here on the 1 minute. So it's right on the first levels there, and then the next levels are up here at the 420, 424 and the 452. ATR on AIFF is 20 cents. Okay. Relative volume is 3 times the norm, and we really didn't look at relative volume that much, but no really big relative volumes out here in pre-market, even with all of this volume. Usually with this much volume, it would be 100 times or whatever for a higher price stock, but these are all cheap ones. So their relative volumes are very low. And this SATS, even though it's up 69 cents, it's not even one deviation from the norm of relative volume. So that is not great. But yeah, back over to AIFF, hitting that first level right there at the one. That's the start of that little wick area from 167 up there to 175-ish, hitting that area right now. Point of control is at the 344. So let me begin to clean off. So it looks like Virax went on down, lost everything that it had. Let me look at Virax real quick. Where is it? What? Virax, yeah. So this is Virax, right on back down to the depths. So cleaning that one off. Let's see what else. Let's just run down the list and clean up some of this watch list here. STKH going on down. Benny, small little pop. AIFF. So AIFF is starting to take the day, but it's only got 4 million shares traded. Let me go back to it, and I'm gonna read some of these chats. So let me look through here. So you got XPEV, T's up, we looked at briefly. Let me see. We got shares of AIFF, 2 shares at 360. You gonna let that play? It might, I mean, it might get through there. I don't know. It has a pretty low float, right? No, it's a low float, but it's a higher float for pre-market, but we'll see how it goes. But we got 4 stocks with, or 3 stocks with catalyst on today, and 1 from yesterday, which is SER with the catalyst from yesterday. Can they hold though? AIFF came right up to that level 369, turned right around there. That's why I trust daily levels more than pre-market levels, because they can really turn some things around, because they're like the most recent levels that people can actually see on the chart. But that doesn't mean they're gonna hold forever. Could get up and get going. But I just don't like the low volume here. Needs to go ahead and get over 10 million and start eating them up. Start eating them up. AIFF reaching back upwards there. Point of control at 354, just moved around a little bit. This was a previously traded level in here between 350 and 339. See if it still wants to play within this range a little bit. Okay, right back into this previously traded level. Low is 335 there. Right. So it did break the 335 there. Top side of this 1 minute counter is back up here to 345. Let's look at the 5 minute. 5 minute looks, ooh, okay. 5 minute looks a little bit different. 15 minute. 15 minute went right up to where we had marked on the daily and lost 40 cents from that point. Swing back through here. PFSA still has not been overcome by IVVD yet, still leading the day in volume. 43 million shares traded. 43 million on PFSA. IVVD not doing much. BNF gave up the ghost, went up there back to 53 and then crashed on back down. STKH just a straight line trend downward to the ATR high marker right around this point of 150. Only up 24% there. AIFF continued to break down a little bit. Then this one is almost directly on 50 bucks flat, 50 even. Yeah, I did. STS. Yes, I did yesterday. Right here. So I got in this one. All I could get was so it came down and I saw it on the open. I actually ended up, I was gonna wait till it got down here to the sevens, but I was like, man, that's a long way. And if it gets down to the sevens, I'm probably not even gonna want to buy it. So what I did was when it came out, I ended up it came up, snatched down in here, and I ended up buying it when it came back up here to the ATR low, and it actually popped through here. I almost got stopped out. I held through all of this. So it came down and continued to hold this trend, and it popped up back into this level. And that's where I took some profit, but I mean, it just couldn't continue to go. It got up here to 13s, but it just wouldn't continue to go and it ended up stopping me out. I forget if it stopped me out on this. Let me see. 945. No. It didn't stop me out here. I was still in here holding. And then it stopped me out on this breakdown down here on the 11s. And guess what it did? It just continued to pile on back up and went right back up there to the 12s again. So it is what it is. But I was out during this time. But yeah, it was just a quick trade, just a small profit. So it wasn't crazy. But yeah, I got that ride and was looking for it to continue over 13s and try to go back up to those highs up there, because 15 would have been crazy, but it is what it is. Profit too small to even care about. Another one just popped up, ALLR. ALLR. Let's go look at what's going on over here. ALLR hit a high of 133. It's up 31%. It does have catalysts on today too. This is Alarity. Float of, boy, there's some higher floats out here now that are leading the day. Low floats are kind of falling out. This one's got 14.62 million in the float. Okay, Alarity Therapeutics granted FDA fast track designation for steno. Oh boy. All right, let me pronounce these words correctly. Okay, so Alarity Therapeutics, a phase 2 clinical stage pharmaceutical company dedicated to developing stenoparib, a differentiated dual PARP and WNT pathway inhibitor. Today announced that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has granted fast track designation to this thing. It's investigational treatment for patients with advanced ovarian cancer. The FDA's fast track designation is intended to expedite the development and review of drugs that treat serious conditions and fill an unmet medical need. This designation enables more frequent interactions with the FDA throughout the drug development process and potentially provides eligibility for accelerated approval, priority review, and rolling review of relevant criteria are met. Okay, so that's a statement by the CEO. Larity recently began patient enrollment in their new phase 2, and it looking over here on the charts, it's already started with a bunch of wicks. Let's go look at the daily chart on ALR here. So closed up yesterday with 94 cents. 94 cents. And so it's trading right now at $1.31. So this is $1.16. So it's at this little zone here, $1.20, basically. Has been tapped a couple times. So we'll mark this as maybe, actually let me clear the drawing set because I don't want that old stuff on here. So clear drawing set. We have right around the 120-ish. Could be a possible daily. 120. Possible daily level. Okay. And let's zoom back a little bit more and see if we can see anything else that's obvious. Okay, not really. Nope. Maybe that $2 level could be a spot. $2 whole dollar level. Let's duplicate this. Right around that $2 level there. So we'll see how it acts around there. Let's jump over back to the 1 minute. So it's testing the 120 right now. Let's go to the 515. Hit a high of 135. A lot of these have been doing this today. Throwing that high up there, long top and tail wick. And resting on the 120 right now. All right. So let's see what we got left here. Marker going under 20%. So that one's probably out of the game. BENF. Not looking great either. Cleaning that off. So we just cleaning up the list right now. Cleaning up the list. This one never did get to 1 million shares traded. SAT still going flat. Okay, so I got 5 right now on the list that could possibly continue to lead the day. PFSA still in front with volume. IVVD and STKH not looking too hot. AIFF doing this little thing as well. Had a bottom down here around the 325 level. What happened to ALL? Oh, there it is, ALL. I didn't add that one. Okay, this one is the one that we were looking at. All right, so it popped off of this 120 level. The 120 level, and then it's got a top up here of the 135. This is ovarian cancer, so we'll see what it wants to do. But all of these are a little bit higher float than most people would be looking to trade during pre-market. But this one looks like it wants to get going. ALLR hitting the top there. Looks like it wants to blast it. It really looks hungry to get over that 135. We'll see how it holds this 120 though. 10 cents away. up 40%. It's almost got 10 million shares traded on it now. So it is running up on AIFF pretty quickly. Breakout of, let's see, 134 up to, so a 3 cent breakout there. 3 cent breakout. Questionable antics out here. But we now have a cleaner list for today for sure. We got 5 things on the scan. All right, so let's see how you hold this 120 level. Are they going to try to push you back under it? So pretty much everything that is cheap right now has over 10 million shares traded. Wow, much faster movements down than up for sure for ALLR. Good morning, Tatiana. We're out here. We have a watch list. We have, well, here's a scan right here. PFSA leading the day with 52 million shares. IVVD up 137%. STKH up 28 million. AIFF up 14 million. ALLR 11 million. SATS 3 million, and then SCR not even a million shares up there yet. As far as the share floats, most of them are above 10 million shares, so no micro floats in here. Well, there is one popping in there, STK, but it's barely competing here. But yeah, here are the floats here: 23 million for PSA, 71 million for IVVD, 3 million for STK, AIFF 11, ALLR 14, and SATS super high float there, but it is up 67% and receiving some volume. It got some selling some licenses to AT&T, and then SCR under a million. As far as RVOL, no crazy RVOL this morning. Everything's pretty much, sometimes we'll see something with like 50 or 100 times its normal RVOL during pre-market, but these, it's like 20, 30, and we'll have to see what it wants to do during the day. Let's jump back over to ALLR, which is the one that was just recently popping. It had a little daily level here at 120, popped off of it the first time, but we'll have to see what the reaction is down here again. It only went up, 17 cents from this 120, and it had an ATR from yesterday of 6 cents, and today it has an ATR of 9 cents. So, PFSA, IVVD continues to kind of look like it's barcoding a little bit on IVVD. Don't really like that pattern. AIFF heading back towards the top. So we have marked this daily level up here of the 370. It hit this before. Found a little bit of a bottom around the 325s. Point of control is at 344. Not really trusting these pre-market levels like at the 350 here. That's not a daily chart level, so not trusting that. But it's got 16 million shares traded on it. $16 million shares traded on AIFF. And I think most of the stocks that are surviving all of this fall off do have some type of catalyst either this morning or yesterday. So AIFF had a catalyst today, ALLR catalyst today, SATS catalyst today, and then SCR catalyst from yesterday. As for these other ones, PFSA, and IVVD, no catalyst. ALLR, another test off this 120, holding this 120 again. Twice on that level. Let's see how you end up doing. So this time off the 120 went up what, 8 cents? Last time was 17 cents. Yeah, looking real aggressive here. Up 41% on ALLR. Very heavily traded too on the ladder. Seeing pretty big sizes there at that 31. That one, it's like 1 penny and all this trading going through there. Shares moving in and out on that 31. Very heavily, thickly traded prices, even with lower volume. Only 10 cents away from that 120 dropout. Let's go ahead and circulate IVBD. We'll jump over here and see what the news is talking about so far. Refresh this page, go to news feed. Anything new popping out here? Okay, so this morning we got AMD joins forces with IBM and AMD join forces to build the future of computing. Okay, EchoStar Sats, that's the one that I was talking about with AT&T acquiring the Spectrum licenses from EchoStar. So those are the two mid to large caps that are moving this morning. We've already seen those. Don't know how they're going to move during the day, but they were moving huge during pre-market. Okay. Oh, want to see what is there any new news out here? Not really. Pretty much looks the same. Okay. AIFF holding up this 326 once again. %. Oh, it looks like we got a little bit of a outpour of ALLR. Yeah, these breakouts, that breakout was from 37 up to 39. I think it can continue to push though. I don't know if it's done. Last time it went up 17 cents from the 120 and now up around 20 cents on this one. So opening up a little bit. 18 million shares traded on this one. Okay. Well, we got a pretty clean list today. List of five tickers that are leading the day. The PFSA and IVVD, I'm not going to trade those. Those have no catalysts and they are higher floats, so Not even going to touch them, but they are leading the day in volume. They're sucking up volume from everything else. So if they continue to get a rush of volume throughout the day with no catalyst and all of that, that it's just not going to be it's not going to be making sense. So let me go ahead and show that watch list that I'm looking at. So here, watch list here. So this is what I'm looking at. And let me fix this. Okay. There we go. So yeah, PFSA up 50%, but it's got 53 million shares still pouring in there. That needs to die. IVVD, same thing, needs to die. ALLR was the one we were just watching, up 45% with 20 million shares traded. Behind it is AIFF. And all of those ATRs are pretty small. I mean, it's, you know, if they open up, it's definitely going to be unpredictable. But maybe they'll take the day. As for betas, how they actually follow the market, some of these don't even make sense. Like PFSA, it says that it follows the market. Like if it was a 7.92, that means every time the market goes up, this thing will be moving right with it. But it's a penny stock, so of course it's going to have some data that just doesn't make sense. IVBD beta is closer to 0, so it really doesn't care. ALLR 2.30 in the beta, so it's it follows the market but not that strongly. AIFF 1.73, again not that strongly. And then SATS closer to just 1, so it's like a 1-to-1, not super affected by market movements. Okay, so let's jump back over to ALLR, finding a top up here at 142. And finding and starting to make more and more of these topping tails here. Another one just popped up called PAC. PACK has news on today. PACK. PAC. What is this? It's a lower volume one. Let's see what kind of news it has. Rampack and Walmart join forces to roll out automated technology, sustainable packaging collaboration. Let's see what it's talking about. So Walmart will deploy a significant number of Rampack autofill systems throughout its next generation fulfillment centers under a new multi-year agreement. This move aims to increase fulfillment speed to customers and reduce packaging waste. Rampack Holdings, a global leader in sustainable packaging, automation solutions, artificial intelligence, vision, and robotics, today announced a major expansion of its existing relationship with Walmart, one of the world's largest multinational retailers. Under the terms of this strategic agreement, Walmart will install numerous Rampack autofill systems across its 5 next generation fulfillment centers, streamlining its fulfillment process, reducing packaging waste, and simplifying work for associates. Walmart currently utilizes Rampack autofill machines at its McCordsville in Indianapolis fulfillment. Okay, so these are all the fulfillment centers. Illinois, Texas, California. This agreement represents an intentional investment that prioritizes speed to customers and removes friction for associates. This is a word from their CEO, whatever. Okay, so they introduced this in 2021, and this system right here, auto-filling things. I'm guessing some type of items that it can auto-fill. Okay, filling a box, closing that leverages AI-powered machine vision. So basically, the package or the machine is looking at the item, seeing how it needs to be boxed as it's coming down the line, and then boxing it. Okay, that's pretty dope. All right, let's go look at the float and all of that good stuff for this. So the float on this one is higher float, 46.63 million. So it may be a better one to do during the intraday when the real volume comes through. I'm gonna add it to the watch. It has a catalyst on today on PACK, P-A-C-K. Let's look at the daily chart on this. Pack closed up at let me clear all the old stuff. So clear drawing set. Pack closed up at 483 from yesterday and is trading around 649 right now. So 649. Nothing obvious in here. It did have a previous gap that was filled to the downside, and it filled all these gaps to the upside. So I don't know what's going to be obvious here. But pretty good news on Walmart. So it looks like we're getting some more popping up here with catalyst. So today's catalyst, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with catalysts on today, and that will be ALLR, AIFF, Virax, SATS, and then PAC are the ones with catalysts on today. Okay. All right. Well, I'm about to get ready to head on out. I guess we got some pretty good observations today out of what we saw. We'll see how PAC ends up holding up. It's above $5. It's getting more volume, but it's got a lot of competition ahead for sure, especially with the things that are already moving on today. Like this one, ALLR already has 24 million, AIFF 18 million. So we'll have to see if this is day tradable, if it can continue to get this this volume in here on PAC. But yeah, that's it for me today. You know, I'm about to, like I said, hit the road. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you got something out of this. You know, some days I come in, I'm like, okay, what's winning in the market? What is the focus of the market today? And today, starting at 6 o'clock, it was penny stocks, like really cheap penny stocks with higher floats. So I was like, okay, let's just kind of see what's going on. Let me pop over here to the news feed and see if anything else popped here, though. Nope, same thing. AMD and SATs up there. Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, that is it for me today. I think that's going to be, it's going to wrap it up. And yeah, pretty much the same news. Let me refresh this. Yeah, pretty much the same news that was out there from today. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be seeing what happens with, I don't know if PAC's, I mean, PAC has AI, it's got Walmart in the name. We'll see what happens. Could be something good during the day. But yeah, no rush, doing our research, doing our due diligence before we try to take action in the market. Let me look at the overall market before I get off here for the NQ as well. So overall market, let's go to the 15-minute here. Okay, so yesterday we had quite a bit of a pop. This was Friday after Powell spoke. Big pop up there. Still holding these levels. Made some lower lows, but still relatively holding higher than it was on Friday. The high point of this was 23,650. So today, I don't know which way it's going to go. We don't really have any really big news coming out from the FOMC. I probably have to do some more research today to see, but it is what it is. Just a nice patient day. Looking for something that makes sense in the market. But anyway, that's it for me today. Once again, I'm actually signing off so I can get up the road. Y'all keep your head on the swivel. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.